That's a bet. That's a bet right there, bro.
Is love an art? Then it requires knowledge and effort. Or is love a pleasant sensation, which to experience is a matter of chance, something one falls into if one is lucky? This little book is based on the former premise, while undoubtedly the majority of people today believe in that people think that love is
That
not
shit gonna be
important.
funny as hell. That shit gonna be funny as hell, bro.
They are starved for it. They watch endless numbers of films and happy and unhappy love stories. They listen to hundreds of trashy songs about love. Yet hardly anyone thinks that there's anything that needs to be learned about love. Scrolling through posts about romantic relationships nowadays, I kind of hate it. Not because I'm a cynic or I find PDA to be cringy. In fact, I love love. I think it should be central to the way we live our lives. But there are several beliefs about romantic relationships that I see commonly floating around on the internet that bug me. There's the if he wanted to, he would group, the never settle advocates, the constant talk about red flags and standards, and letting random strangers on TikTok make you question your healthy relationship.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
As a preface, I'll probably talk more so about things I see and hear from straight women, since that's what I identify as. But the fundamental concepts that I talk about for love do apply to all romantic relationships, regardless of gender or sexuality. Before I get to specific content I see online, let's talk about two broader questions. Is love passive or active? In other words, is love a state that exists independently and is waiting for us to fall into?
Y'all really gotta tap in.
Does it require our participation and effort to bring about? 2. Is our conception of love grounded in anything real? Or are we comparing our relationships to hyper-real love? Now, we can't love if we're all dead from climate change, right? Smooth segue into a sponsorship, I know. Well, I'm here to briefly talk about Ren.
Should I tap in? I don't know if I feel like tapping in.
Okay, so first, is love passive or active? Based on the quote I recited at the beginning of the video, you can probably guess that I believe love is active. And I want to be clear, a lot of the things that I will be saying in this section of the video can be found in Erich Fromm's The Art of Loving. It was written in 1956, so obviously some of the things are outdated, but I still feel as though a lot of it is applicable to present day. See, Fromm notices that most people view love through a passive lens. Love is somehow out there, waiting for us to stumble upon. You hear phrases such as, "True love comes to those who wait." "Do not chase love, it will just find you when the time is right." And so people focus on making themselves as lovable as possible, rather than loving. Fromm likens dating to modern capitalism. Modern capitalism works on the premise of mutually beneficial exchange. I buy your product and you get my money. To participate in the dating world is to place yourself in what Fromm calls the personality market. You try to make yourself as lovable as possible, which is really dependent on the time period and culture. For a long time, the dream man was ambitious, physically strong, a protector. But now there's a lot more demand for men who crochet and will cry into our shoulders. A lot of people also try to make themselves lovable for certain types of people. For example, if person 1 wants a goth titty GF and person 2 wants a computer science boy, they're probably going to dress differently and get well versed in different talking points.
I'm not fucking with it.
But by then, they've already become selective about which market they're putting themselves out onto. They are already deciding what kind of love should come their way. And so
I knew it. I don't know why you like the Mavs so much. I don't know why you trust the Mavs.
really, love becomes what will satisfy your
Mavs.
desire to not be lonely.
Mavs. Fucking Klay Thompson is back. Mavs. We have Klay Thompson.
Fromm compares this self-interested search for a partner to a bargain, because you can almost think of it like a graph. You have fallen in love when you find the optimal sweet spot between social value and desire for you. This strategical exchange doesn't really treat people as people. Instead, we become commodities on this personality market, and we're all trying to increase our market value by adhering to what others want. I know a lot of straight women.
I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that BEC is better. I ain't trying to hear that. Go to the neighbors, bro. You and Medusa just advertised everybody, all the lurkers into my stream. You just advertised my stream. Go with our neighbors, bro. Go to our neighbors, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
Happy, and
It's all good.
it's quite progressive that more straight men are moving from a alpha gym
I'll be chilling here.
lifestyle to adopting more nerdy, soft, or feminine traits.
Oh, fuck
I see
no.
so many comments being like, "Oh, men are finally listening to what women
Oh,
want."
fuck no.
And don't get me wrong, I definitely prefer the latter type of men as well. But should we really be happy about this? Like,
I mean,
men are just adhering to changing social values.
It's not for
being more
everybody.
desirable on this personality market.
It's not everybody.
But is a man who is traditionally masculine
What that shit say? What that shit say? That shit is not toxic masculinity. Kind of to this. What do what the fuck? Emasculated? I just remembered that shit. They got emasculated, bro.
But is a man who is traditionally masculine necessarily a worse lover than a man written by a woman?
I thought he wasn't gonna go live. I thought he was like on a trip, so I'm like, so I went live first
Instead of congratulating people for becoming a
because he already went live today. So I'm like, I don't know if he's doing anything else. I can't read the nigga mind.
better
I don't know what's
commodity
going on.
to soothe our awareness of our existential loneliness. Why do we not focus on loving itself? This is what I mean by passive versus active conceptions of love. Someone who thinks of love passively asks, how do I become loved? Someone who thinks of love actively asks, how do I love? When relationships end, people tend to focus on how to improve their lovability by working out, getting their hair done, buying new clothes, advancing their career, as exemplified by post-breakup glow-up videos on YouTube.
I'm gonna have a post-breakup glow-up, basically just doing my hair and makeup.
So we're gonna get my hair dyed, we're gonna self-tan, we're gonna whiten my teeth, we're gonna do a face mask, exfoliate, wax my eyebrows, wax my upper lip, shave, do a full face of makeup, hopefully put extensions.
Bro, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck is this? Post breakup glow up? What does that mean? You like get a haircut or some shit? Huh? I fucking lost.
Commodity to soothe our awareness of our existential loneliness. Why do we not focus on loving itself? This is what I mean by passive versus active conceptions of love. Someone who thinks of love passively asks, how do I become loved? Someone who thinks of love actively asks, how do I love? When relationships end, people tend to focus on how to improve their lovability by working out, getting their hair done, buying new clothes, advancing their career, as exemplified by post-breakup glow-up videos on YouTube.
I'm gonna have a post-breakup glow-up, basically just doing my hair and makeup.
So we're gonna get my hair dyed, we're gonna self-tan, we're gonna whiten my teeth, we're gonna do a face mask, exfoliate, wax my eyebrows, wax my upper lip, shave, do a full face of makeup, hopefully put extensions in, get my nails done, get my toes done. We're gonna do the most.
And yes, I know people often claim that these transformations are for self-love and not others. But I'm highly suspicious of how changing so much of your physical appearance is
The nigga in Baltimore?
self-love.
Say I won't run up on that nigga right now, bro. Say I won't run up on that nigga right now.
Sure, you will feel more confident, but it's because you now feel more desirable to
What's
others.
good, Andrew?
We're always so concerned with being loved. I know it's a popular joke for people to comment things like throwing myself off of the Empire State Building or eating glass for breakfast under happy couple posts. And it's funny, okay? Don't get me wrong. But it's funny because we feel that there is a level of truth to it. Seeing other people
Facts.
in happy relationships.
This is what I'm saying, bro. This is. I'm gonna make a whole different point from what she just said. But nigga, every joke has a level of truth to it. I don't give a fuck what it is, bro. Every joke has a tiny bit of truth in it, bro. That's why we laugh at it, bro. That's why it's so relatable, bro. I just wanted to point that out there. I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Love is about giving rather than receiving. A lot of people think that giving equals sacrifice, and that's why it's so honorable to do it. But Fromm says that giving does not have to require us sacrificing anything. When done for the sake of giving and not some other goal, giving is actually the best way to combat our existential loneliness. When you give, you experience your own strength, energy, and aliveness. This is true when you give anything, such as giving money or giving food to your children. But this is especially true in giving love. Because when you give love, you give all the things that make up you. Your interests, your emotions, your passions, your knowledge. Quote, he enhances the other's sense of aliveness by enhancing his own sense of aliveness. Sadly, in heterosexual relationships, I still think this idea of the man being the giver and the woman being the receiver is present. And a lot of women happily endorse this idea because it's nice and easy to be the receiver. My man should ask me to be his Valentine. He should be giving me flowers. My man should be doing this and that for me. I see this sentiment get worse because of social media, portraying perfect images of people's boyfriends. You know, the ones where a girl shows off all the sweet things her boyfriend does for her, and the comments are filled with stuff like, my standards just got higher. Why doesn't my boyfriend do this for me? If he wanted to, he would. Again, the dominant narrative here is that love equals being loved, which equals getting stuff. Of course, it feels nice to receive things, and it's important to have a lover that gives things as symbols of love. But ladies, basing love on what you receive makes love a passive commodity. You gotta focus on love as an action and give back. And giving love is not about giving material objects. It's about giving you as a person, sharing your thoughts, your humor, your joy, and your sadness. That's what giving love is. One of the most loving couples I've come across are Hannah and Shane. They talk about how so many people pity Hannah as some poor sacrificial giver because they think she just gives without receiving things we typically associate with love back, such as traditional forms of pleasure.
One time, a woman who asked if I was Shane's cousin.
Yeah.
And he said, no, this is my girlfriend. And she came up to me and took my hands and began to cry. And was like, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, like you're an angel, which was super uncomfortable because that insinuates that I'm an angel because Shane is a terrible choice.
People wonder why Hannah, who has high social value as a pretty woman, would partake in this unfair exchange. It goes back to this dominant idea of love being
That's so
finding
fucked
the
up,
best
bro.
bargain on the market. But Shane and Hannah don't.
Niggas don't get into relationships no more because of the person, bro. Everybody that gets into a relationship either just wants fucking material things, wants a feeling that they get, wants fucking pity, wants fucking, what's it called? Unconditional love, and don't want to fucking give back to the person that they're loving to, or fucking, what's the word? Damn, bro.
Care about this dominant conception of love. They love each other because they give their personhood to each other, and they love the person they each are,
Exactly,
without primarily focused on what's in it for them. At this point, maybe you're
Exactly,
like,
bro.
okay, Olivia, good job on becoming the most idealistic lover girl with zero connection to reality. As romantic as giving for the sake of giving sounds, without care about receiving material gifts, we all want to feel loved. Doing the loving is so much effort, and I'm too insecure to not crave being loved. Plus, you can't just erase the
Facts.
value that material gifts have in our capitalist culture. And to all that, I say, you are right. You are 100% right. You got me. Which is why proper loving is counterculture. It's near impossible because it's so opposed to how current culture is. How can I focus on giving when I'm surrounded by people on social media showing off what they receive? When our culture is so based on consumerism, on who has what? And obviously I'm going to be obsessed with increasing my social value when that's how I'm constantly judged. How can I dedicate that much time to practicing love as an art when society tells me there are other important things to do, like having a good career? I need to spend time on school and work. And so I only have time to practice love on a select number of people. And for all these reasons, that's why I say our...
And I feel like niggas, what's up, Mark? My nigga Mark! Oh my god, what's up, bro? I feel like niggas don't want to put in 100% or like 50-50 into a relationship. Okay. I feel like they don't want to put 50-50 into a relationship because I feel like niggas might get like used or fucking taken advantage of for their time, money, exactly what she said, what other people want, material type shit, and then niggas get cheated on.
conception of love is messed up. According to Jean Baudrillard, we interact more with what he calls hyperreality than reality itself. To explain what hyperreality is, I think it's best to just dive into one of Baudrillard's examples.
Mark, let me give you a sub. My nigga Mark, bro. Fuck, I love you, bro. How I get this nigga a sub? You ain't gonna be no grand my shit. Hold on, Mark. I got you right now, brody. Hold on. Before I leak shit. Yes, sir. For my dogs, man. For my dog.
The movie Apocalypse Now, a film about the Vietnam War. The acting, the special effects, the sets, the editing, everything about the film is made so that when we watch it on our screen, it feels as real as possible. Heck, it becomes more real than the real war.
No problem,
Most
bro.
of our understanding of the real Vietnam War comes from brief video clips online, some news articles documenting the big highlights, maybe a speech from some politician, but we have no real experience of the real Vietnam War. And the little bits and pieces we get from the news is an extremely watered down version of the war. They tell us how many people died, show short clips of soldiers fighting and innocent residents harmed, but what about the thousands of stories that go unheard? The film Apocalypse Now ends up actually feeling more real than the real war. When people talk about the Vietnam War, they picture scenes from the movie rather than the actual war. The media that was originally an imitation of reality ends up being more real, thus hyper real. The hyperreal was originally a copy of something real, but then we start to interact with the hyperreal more than reality.
Facts.
And so new forms of media end up imitating hyperreality rather than reality. It becomes a loop of copies, copying copies, copying copies, until our lives are looking at copies of copies of copies. I believe Stephen West from Philosophize This gave an example of how TV shows originally drew inspiration from real people and real lives. But over time, new TV shows became inspired by past TV shows, creating shows that are now completely detached from reality. For instance, How I Met Your Mother or Friends comes out, and we, in real life, start to frame what happens to us in relation to these TV shows. We create character tropes all the time that we then form our real relationships around, such as people saying, I want to be just like Lily and Marshall,
Or Monica and Chandler.
we see people have magical love at first sight moments on screen and then build expectations of having the
Oh, wow.
same magical feeling in real life.
I would be forever wed to her.
The imaginary dictates reality. These expectations
That's right.
and tropes constrain us in thinking love needs to be a certain way, or that if we start off as the hyper girlfriend, calm boyfriend trope, we need to maintain that trope.
Exactly.
But the thing is,
You don't have
these
to.
expectations and tropes are not based in reality.
Bro.
Now, how does everything we've talked about apply to common phrases online? Let's start with, if he wanted to, he would. Two things about this mindset bother me. One, it builds the expectation that our partners, specifically men, should know what to do and know what we want without us communicating it. Two, as many people have pointed out, it's literally contradictory. Girls say if he wanted to, he would, and so they don't tell their man what they want because he should just do it if he wants to. But then if guys had the same mindset, then they would not make the first move either because they're thinking if she wanted to, she would. And so no one would do anything. Also, sometimes people want to do things but are not sure if they should, are scared, anxious, shy. Or maybe they value your input, which I really hope they do. Communication is so important. If you truly love someone, you would not base your partner's worth on whether they give you exactly what you want. You would care about how much you're giving them and whether you're both having a reciprocal relationship. Before Valentine's Day, I saw quite a few TikToks talking about once. If your man doesn't do anything or forgets that thing you had said once, it's a sign to end the relationship.
And they know that it's important to you, you would only have had to say it once, right? Because if they loved you, they would remember things that were important to you and it would be important to them too. Move in silence on Valentine's Day. Don't say anything. Hide the gift you're getting them. Hide the things that you're doing for them. Not in a manipulative way, just wait. If you walk away from that day
Bro,
disappointed,
to fucking strategize and to think out like your relationship like this is fucking weird, bro. We're so used to it, and it's like niggas don't realize it's weird, bro. I know it's easy to get like lost in the sauce and all that shit, bro. But like worrying about this type of shit is so fucking weird, bro. Just hop into the relationship, bro. And whatever happens, happens, bro. You did all you could. Like, you shouldn't have to fucking strategize against your fucking partner, bro.
feeling unappreciated, feeling alone, feeling like, ugh, they're right. It's just a day. It's commercialized. It doesn't mean anything. They show
Like,
me they
bro,
love me
just-
every day, so it doesn't really matter. And I do care about them, and I do. Stop. Okay?
The thing that bugged me the most is that these TikToks would say, even if he shows you that he loves you every other day,
Facts.
he misses the mark on this one commercialized, arbitrary day, then
Facts.
sorry, he clearly doesn't love you. There is so much concern around what can my man do for me? Can he meet my standards? That this one day can determine the trajectory of the rest of your relationship? I know it's different for everyone. Maybe your boyfriend has amazing memory and grew up in a loving environment. But for my boyfriend and I, we both have a lot going on in our lives. And so it's unreasonable to expect us to remember something someone said once. Just because I forget that he wanted a poke bowl today for dinner does not mean he's not important to me. My boyfriend also grew up in a household without much celebratory spirit. He didn't receive gifts for his birthday, for Christmas. Him and his friends never even exchange gifts on special occasions. And so, is it really fair for me to judge his love based on what he gives me if he has never been taught to give material gifts? Even as I'm saying this, I understand how hard it can be to not let these little things affect you. We are surrounded by people who post picture-perfect moments of their relationship, and it constantly makes us fixate on how good the love we receive is. We are convinced that we should never settle, that there is some person out there who will give us a love as perfect as the ones we see in films and TV shows. I experience this sometimes too.
Okay, that was a lie. I actually experience this all the time. One of my greatest fears is not being loved. So honestly, this whole video is almost like a lecture to myself.
Bro, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You shouldn't be comparing your fucking relationship to other niggas online. You can't compare yourself to nobody. If we're being fucking dead ass, bro, like, this shit won't happen if you love yourself, bro. If you spend time with yourself, bro, you wouldn't need nobody else, and you wouldn't be fucking worried about what somebody else is doing. I struggle with this too, but I'm not gonna act like it ain't a problem.
Work on in the realm of love, so please don't think I feel superior to everyone, because I am not.
But that's why it's important to have a good level of self-love, so that you can squash paranoid worries about not being loved enough. And
Mark, I love you, nigga. I love you, nigga. Don't worry about that shit, bro. Listen. If this is serious, bro, like, bro, you have to spend time with yourself, bro. Like, for real, like, I don't even know how to explain this shit because I'm not no fucking dating coach or no shit like that. But, bro, literally, if you find inner peace with yourself, bro, you don't have to feel like. You don't have to. What's the word? Feel like you have to do too much to be loved, bro. You just have to be yourself. And whether or not somebody loves you for being yourself is fucking. It's fucking is what it is. You wouldn't care. You feel me? Niggas. Let me put this into an analogy, bro. Niggas who. Let me think. Niggas who do good, like, want to go. Weed is peace. Niggas who do good, like, want to go to heaven, bro. Niggas who constantly fucking. Oh, I gotta do this to go to heaven, bro. I gotta be good. I have to treat my neighbor with respect. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to jump through hoops to go to heaven, to reach that heaven. Niggas who don't need a heaven. Or niggas. I fucked it up, but. Niggas who love themselves don't need a heaven. So where do they go? They don't care. They don't care, bro. I'm not trying to fucking preach to y'all or nothing, but like all this fucking strategizing, fucking if she loved me, she would do this, or if this is not happening in my relationship, I should leave. Oh, fucking TikTok is fucking putting bullshit in front of my face to make me insecure. Like, bro, I know it's easy to get lost in the sauce, but bro, you just gotta realize this shit is so weird, and this shit's all fake, bro. This shit is all fake. Not saying you have to fucking jump into the deep end and give all your love and be easy to manipulate. But like, you wouldn't be easy to manipulate. The thing, that's another thing, bro. You're not gonna be, if you give 100% to a person and they end up cheating on you, bro. You're not. That's not you like getting manipulated unless they actually like fucking scam you or some shit. That's not you getting manipulated, bro. That's like, let me think. Because my words are all over the place right now. That's literally them being a fucking horrible person, bro. That's not you getting manipulated because, like, I don't even know how to explain this shit, bro. I don't even know how to explain this shit. I hope y'all niggas know where I'm coming from, though. You shouldn't have to do all this bullshit, bro.
Relationship with a more clear head. And remember that these movies are not real. They are hyper.
It's not your problem. It's not your problem. You wouldn't even care if you got cheated on, if you was just good with yourself, if you was straight with yourself. That tells you more about them more than it does you. My nigga, if you go into a relationship 110%, she known you for about a month, about a years, and she leaves you for a nigga that she only knows for 2 weeks. She gets her back broke by a nigga she only know 2 weeks. That says more about her, my nigga. Way more. Yes, bro, because you will look at it like, bro, it's her loss. You wouldn't care as much. I should say that you wouldn't care as much. It would probably still hurt because you did put your all into a person, and it's not easy to get out of a relationship without feeling scarred, because like in that circumstance, without feeling scarred, because like it wasn't easy getting in that relationship, bro. It wasn't easy getting like into it. It took time getting into it, so it's going to take time to deal with that shit. But bro, literally, bro, I'm trying to say, bro, the more you feel it, you're gonna feel that pain, but like the time will go by, bro. And the better you'll feel in the end. Type shit. Not that you wouldn't care, but you wouldn't care as much.
On your TV screen looks more perfect and more real than reality, so it makes you crave that hyper reality, but it is a mere copy. Red flags is another term that has gained immense popularity. I think it is absolutely important.
I wasn't even trying to get like, I'm not like trying to get this heated about this fucking topic right now, but like, I'm not even trying to get heated about this shit. It's just bullshit how the media, other people, everything just gets involved in how people perceive these types of shit, because it's so fucking stupid, bro. It's literally so stupid and so fake. Everything is so fake now, bro. I'm not Junior Sensei. I don't know where y'all got that shit from.
Watch out for red flags in a
Nigga, I'm fucking BigevilCorey. I'm not Junior nothing.
relationship.
Don't try to lil bro me.
Term has gotten overused. People watch a 15-second clip online and suddenly everyone's got a psychology degree. Here's how author Kim Baker defined red flags. Red flags are whispers from our intuition that something isn't quite right. A red flag is that sinking feeling we get in our stomachs when something bad happens. They are slivers of evidence, usually showing up early on, that this relationship is not the right one for us. A red flag warns that deal breakers are headed our way. Now, I want to place emphasis on deal breakers, something that we absolutely cannot tolerate or is too much effort to fix. Conversely, not knowing how to cook or having a is not a red flag. That's just called not.
Bro, I don't little bro you. I don't little bro you. I swear to God I don't. You just a little nigga, bro. You just a little nigga. I don't little bro. You just a little nigga, bro. It's like, bro, you roast me, bro. You fucking try to little bro me. Don't act like you don't be saying, okay, bro. Okay.
Strangers who know nothing about your relationship control you and tell you what is a red flag. I hope we all dedicate more time to thinking about how to love others, how to build self-love, and avoid letting hyper-real displays of love mislead us. You can like and sub if you want, leave a comment.
It's some bullshit. It got me fucking heated. Not really, but like, it's just a topic. It's just misconceptions that people made up in their own fucking head. It just makes me mad, bro. That I can't stop it.